So Rudy Giuliani decided that he was going to make his defense of Donald Trump in an op-ed in the Wall Street Journal. Now, the op-ed was called "The Case for the Impeachment Defense." And Rudy Giuliani wanted to kind of spell out to the public why the whole impeachment hearing is a farce. But instead, in typical Giuliani fashion, rather than explaining that the whole thing's a farce, Giuliani, in fact, ended up confirming that Trump committed a crime, because that's how incompetent Rudy Giuliani is. And specifically, he mentioned it in this line. Word for word what Giuliani wrote here. "The focus was on Ukrainian corruption broadly speaking, and out of a 5-page transcript, Mr. Trump spent only 6 lines on Joe Biden." But isn't that the whole thing, Rudy? Like, that's the part that's bad? And I know a lot of folks on Twitter were erupting over this, saying things like, well, John Wilkes Booth only spent 6 seconds of his whole life killing Abraham Lincoln, so he can't be that bad of a guy, right? No, it doesn't matter how much time you spend not doing crimes. It's the time you spend doing the crimes that's the bad thing. And you just, for the second time, admitted that it happened. Now, of course, just talking about Joe Biden in the phone call is not necessarily what was illegal. It was the decision to withhold the aid from Ukraine if they didn't investigate Joe Biden. But here, Rudy Giuliani confirms they did mention Joe Biden and the alleged corruption between him and his son Hunter and the Ukrainian gas company. So maybe Giuliani is also dumb enough or incompetent enough to go ahead and admit that Trump did withhold the Ukraine military aid, except for the fact that he doesn't actually have to do that because plenty of other people have already confirmed it. So you see where I'm going with this, right? We have the confirmation, and this includes the transcript that Trump himself released, which wasn't actually a transcript, but a summary of the transcript. Anyway, that confirmed they talked about Biden. Here's Giuliani talking in an op-ed trying to defend Trump, unfortunately implicating him further in it. Then we have all of the testimony saying that the aid was withheld on the basis of you had to investigate Biden. All the pieces of this puzzle are there. Hell, I mean, at this point, not only are all the pieces of the puzzle there, we've all already put the puzzle together. And Giuliani is out there making it so much worse for his client. As I've said in the past, Donald Trump absolutely has an airtight case against Rudy Giuliani for legal malpractice. I'm not kidding with that. That is how incompetent and damaging Giuliani has been to Donald Trump's defense. And I do believe Trump should sue him. I mean, Trump sues everybody for everything. Why not add this guy to the list? Because when you go down for impeachment, whether or not you're removed from office is irrelevant. You will be impeached by the House of Representatives. And once all this ends, I don't care how good Rudy Giuliani does at defending you in the actual trial part of this, you need to sue him just to, at the very least, show the rest of the country that when you get in trouble, for the love of God, don't hire Rudy Giuliani to defend you. One of today's video sponsors is Impeach the Slap Card Game. And now that Donald Trump is officially going through impeachment, it could not be a better time to purchase this fun and educational game for your family. Not to mention the fact that we are officially in the holiday shopping season. So if there's someone on your holiday shopping list that maybe they're not a fan of Donald Trump, or even if they are a fan of Donald Trump, this game has something for everybody. And here's what they have to offer. In addition to being a fun game you can play with your family and friends, each card comes complete with either a quote from Donald Trump or a fact or figure about his administration. So yes, even the Trump fans out there can finally get a clear look at what exactly is happening under this administration. And as I mentioned, Trump is officially under impeachment. The investigations are ongoing right now. so it couldn't possibly be a better time to enjoy the fun of impeachment with your friends and family. So follow the links below at the top of the description of this video, use code RINGOFFIRE at checkout, and get 10% off your purchase of Impeach the Slap Card Game.